There is a moment in many relationships that most men never notice. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. There is no argument, no breakup speech, no obvious betrayal. But from that moment onward, something fundamental changes. She still talks to you. She may still smile. She may even say she loves you. Yet the way she looks at you is different. The way she listens is different. The way she responds to your presence is different. That moment is the moment she stops respecting you. And once respect is gone, attraction never survives for long. This video is not about blaming women. It is not about becoming aggressive, dominant, or controlling. It is about understanding how respect actually works, why it fades quietly, and how men unknowingly contribute to its loss. Because respect is not taken from you. It is slowly given away. Respect is not what most men think it is. Most men misunderstand respect. They think respect comes from being nice, avoiding conflict, providing financially, never upsetting her, always being agreeable. While these traits may make you pleasant, they do not create respect. Respect is not politeness. Respect is not fear. Respect is not obedience. Respect is structural. It is built on consistency, self-trust, and boundaries. A woman respects a man when she feels that he stands on his own values. He does not abandon himself to keep peace. He can tolerate discomfort without collapsing. He does not need her approval to function. Respect is felt, not negotiated. And the moment respect begins to erode is usually very small. The silent moment respect begins to fade. The moment she stops respecting you is rarely one big mistake. It is usually the first time you betray yourself. It might look like laughing something off that hurt you, staying silent when a boundary was crossed, agreeing to something you didn't want, apologizing when you didn't believe you were wrong. You tell yourself, it's not worth the argument. I'll let it go this time. I don't want to upset her. Individually, these moments seem harmless, but psychologically they send a signal, not to her mind but to her nervous system. That signal is this: this man will bend himself to maintain comfort. And once that pattern appears, respect starts to weaken. Why women feel this before men see it. Men often ask, why did she suddenly stop respecting me? The truth is, it was never sudden. Women are highly sensitive to emotional consistency. They don't measure respect by logic. They measure it by stability. When your words, actions, and boundaries align, you feel solid. When you say one thing but feel another, you feel unstable. When you tolerate behavior that contradicts your values, you feel uncertain. That uncertainty is felt, not judged, not analyzed, felt. Respect fades when a man becomes emotionally porous, when he absorbs discomfort instead of addressing it. Niceness versus strength. Many men confuse niceness with strength. Niceness avoids tension. Strength handles tension calmly. A nice man prioritizes harmony at all costs. A strong man prioritizes truth, even when harmony is temporarily disrupted. When a man consistently avoids conflict, he gives away emotional leadership. He lets resentment grow silently. He teaches others that his comfort is optional. Over time, the woman feels like she is carrying the emotional weight of the relationship. Not because she wants power, but because someone has to hold the structure. And when she feels like the adult, respect erodes. The role of boundaries in respect. Boundaries are not ultimatums. They are not threats. They are quiet statements of self-worth. A boundary simply says, this is where I end. When you lack boundaries, you tolerate disrespect. You internalize frustration. You normalize discomfort. Each time you do this, you send a message: my limits are flexible. Respect cannot exist where limits do not exist. Women do not respect men who tolerate everything. They respect men who are steady in what they accept and what they don't. Why respect is lost before attraction. Attraction is emotional. Respect is structural. Structure collapses first. When respect fades, attraction becomes inconsistent. Desire becomes conditional. Intimacy becomes effortful. Men often try to fix this by giving more, explaining more, becoming more available. But effort does not restore respect. Alignment does. The Stoic frame. Stoicism teaches something most men never learn. You do not control how others feel about you. You control how you live in alignment with your values. A Stoic man does not react emotionally to every shift. He observes. He adjusts his behavior. He does not chase validation. He does not collapse under discomfort. This calm self-mastery is what sustains respect, in relationships and in life. How to rebuild respect without force. Respect is not restored through confrontation alone. It is restored through consistency. This means saying no when necessary, allowing silence when appropriate, not over-explaining yourself, acting in alignment with your values. Respect returns when your actions become predictable again. Not predictable in routine, but predictable in principle. The hard truth. Sometimes, respect does not return. Not because you failed, but because the relationship was built on self-erasure from the start. In those cases, the lesson remains. Respect cannot grow where you disappear. Closing reflection. The moment she stops respecting you is not the end. It is information. It tells you where you abandoned yourself. And that awareness is power. Because the man who learns to respect himself again never loses direction, regardless of who stays or leaves. Respect begins with how you stand in your own life. Everything else follows.
Stay informed, stay balanced, and stay strong. Subscribe to Alpha Men Unmasked for more raw, faceless truths about men's health, masculinity, and mental strength. No filters, no fluff. Just facts.